Nationwide 90 FM now presents live action from the 2026 FIFA World Cup Finals.
Brought to you by our platinum sponsors, KFC, it's finger licking good. Gold sponsors, Digicel. Powered by you, connected by us. Urban Development Corporation, making development happen for you. Sagicor Group Jamaica, wise financial thinking for life. National Road Operating and Construction Company, developing tolled roads for national development. Barita, making money work for you. Our silver sponsor, Anybet, and our bronze sponsors, Hose Assembly and Supply Limited, equipping Jamaica for success. Burger King, have it your way.
Yeah. So it's a nation of 500,000 people, an archipelago, a nation that consists of 10 volcanic islands sit in the central Atlantic Ocean. It's close to Senegal. They're called Cape Verde, or Cabo Verde if you like. They're going up against not just the defending world champions today, they're going up against the might of Argentina. Cape Verde versus Argentina should never be a thing. They're not in the same land, they're not supposed to be in the same place. But that's what the World Cup does. It brings people like Cape Verde from the lowest of the low in the rankings to the highest of the high. And tonight, they're going to be looking to pull off the biggest upset in World Cup history, because if they beat Argentina, it will be, without question, the biggest upset in World Cup history. Never happened before. We're setting ready for a 5 o'clock kickoff. The game is in Miami. So they should be very well at home in terms of the heat, the weather conditions, not so much the Argentine. Well, maybe Messi, because he plays his football there. He lives in Miami now. And Rodrigo de Paul is also living in Miami. So a number of the Argentina players should be comfortable there. So it should be a nice evening for football. My name is Wayne Walker. Welcome to Nationwide's continuous coverage of the FIFA World Cup Finals. And as I said before, we're heading for Miami for a 5 o'clock kickoff. Argentina against Cape Verde Islands. Still with me, Andrew Price and Verde Legister, and they're going to try to pick this one apart as we set up this game this afternoon. It's the second to last, the penultimate round of 32 game. The winner will go on to play Egypt in 5 days' time. And if you're joining us for the first time, Egypt just beating, who they beat just now? On
Australia.
Penalties. They beat Australia on penalties to book to become the third to last team to qualify for the round of 32. Before the start of the World Cup, Andrew Price, not just Cape Verde against Argentina. Cape Verde undefeated in the World Cup. Cape Verde in a group with Spain finished second. Still, they have not yet won a game. Does the Cinderella story end today?
Ends today, but let us remember that this wouldn't be one of the first teams to have not won a game, not lost a game,
and made 1982 Italy. 1982 Italy. We go back.
1990 England.
Yes.
They went all the way to the semi-finals. Yes. So Cape Verde has done exceedingly well, and I think they're punching way above their weight class. But tonight, I think that it's a flyweight against a heavyweight champion. Proven Argentine team with the mercurial talisman Lionel Messi in what some may see is his last World Cup, the leading goal scorer in the current World Cup, and I'm sure he wants to go out in a bang. It could get ugly tonight.
Oh, wow. No chance?
It could get ugly, Wayne.
All right. So before I bring in Verde and Legister, the teams are up, and I can tell you that Cristian Romero and Leo Messi, who came off the bench in the last game against Jordan, they're in the starting lineup for Argentina. Debo is in goal. That's Emil Martinez. And this is the strongest lineup Argentina has at the moment. And I suppose it goes to the point that Andrew made a while ago. It could get messy because... Did you say Messi?
Ugly.
Ugly. You didn't say Messi. It could really get ugly because Argentina has put out the strong... In other words, if they were to play the final tomorrow, this is the team that's going to play. So Debo is in goal. That's Emi Martinez. And they've got Molina. And they've got Romero, as I mentioned before. Lisandro Martinez. And, of course, Medina. That's the four that will play across the back. The Argentina team employing a 4-4-2-1. 4-4-2 formation, I should say. And right across the middle, it's Rodrigo de Paul, Tim McAllister, there's Enzo Fernandez, and there's also Thiago Almada, and Leo Messi and Lautaro Martinez are the players who are leading the line for Argentina. Well, since I'm at it, let me just go to the Cape Verde as well. In goal will be the most popular man in Cape Verde at the minute. He got that popularity from that first game against Spain when his Instagram numbers were 50,000, and by the time the game finished, he was 5 million. So it took him 90 minutes to get from 50,000 to 5 million. Not sure who has ever done that before, but they've got Cabral, they've got Duarte. There's, in fact, two Duartes at the center of the defense. There's Mendez. They also got Monero. There's Lopez, Borges in the middle, shielding the back four. One man shielding the back four, Pina. And, of course, there's Cabral and the goalkeeper, Vasini. So that's a starting lineup for both teams. Valdin, Andrew said it a while ago, and it is correct. Cape Verde, they've punched above their weight, well above their weight. In fact, they've punched above their weight since they drew with the European champion Spain, but they've gone on to do more stuff. And this has brought us here now. Tell me, is the fairy tale finished today? The Cinderella story ends today?
We have seen Germany go out, and if Cape Verde were able to pull this off tonight, as you rightly said, it would have been the greatest upset in football. I think this Argentinian team is too strong for them. They have full strength. They are at the peak
of their powers at the moment.
Of their powers right now. So for Cape Verde to beat them tonight, it's a long stretch. But again, I want to be cautious. We have to play the game. If I was the coach, I would say to Cape Verde, hey, relax, soak up all the pressure, and try to see if you can hit them on the counter and get one goal. If they were to do that, the world will be surprised. But let's see.
Andrew, let me remind you, sir, they draw with Spain, they tie with Uruguay, and you still say it could get ugly? You want to rethink?
Spain don't have a Messi.
They have a Lamar.
They don't have a Messi. This man can change a game on the spin of a dime. And he has the supporting cast with him. Now, while I am not saying out of the realm of expectation that Cape Verde could pull off a surprise, but I would be surprised if they were to do that. And I believe that this Argentine team wants to defend their title. If it were not so, they wouldn't have started such a strong lineup. They made 10 changes to their last group game, and they have brought back all their regular starters for this game. They're taking this game serious, and that's not a good sign for Cape Verde.
So let's stick with this line of argument that we're making for Cape Verde. Nobody expects Cape Verde to beat Argentina. You'd be a madman. If they end up doing it, I would say it's the biggest upset. So we all expect Argentinians to win. However, we've been saying it all week long, all World Cup long. One of the things that you do with World Cup teams, good or bad, is that they get better as they go on. What about the confidence of drawing against Spain, drawing against Uruguay? In other words, two of the real heavy hitters in world football came up against us in over 90 minutes each, and they were unable to beat us. Yes, it's not Argentina, the world champions, but these two results in particular must have given these Cape Verde players the confidence to believe they can at least, and when you believe in sports, it's almost 70% of the job done. It's about 30% execution. You don't think they have it in the back of their minds that they could live with this Argentina team, given what they did to Spain and Uruguay?
Yes, they have it in the back of their minds, and I am sure that they believe they can pull this off. The fact that they would have drawn with Spain and, as you mentioned, Uruguay. So they are coming into the game confident, but I think they are still going to be very, very cautious. Again, it's going to come down to the tactics that the coach used for this game. And if that tactic should work out, then, as we said, it would be the biggest upset.
Well, I tell you what, I'll agree with Andrew Price that it could get ugly. The way I see this getting ugly is if these Cape Verde players who never dreamt of being on the same football field with Leo Messi become fanboys tonight. If they do, they're in big trouble. And they can be forgiven for it. Look, Cape Verde, they don't have a domestic league. Nothing to draw from. Yeah? And suddenly you're on the same field rubbing shoulders with the aristocrats of world football. That could play on them. You just never know. But then the quicker they get it out of their minds, the better for them. Because as Andrew Price said, if they don't, it could get very ugly. We're up on 4:45. We're 15 minutes away from kickoff. We're going to go for a break. When we come back, we'll continue to build up to Cape Verde versus Argentina.
Corporate Interiors International offers the best value in office furniture and interior build-out. Visit them on all platforms at Corporate Interiors JM. The time by Corporate Interiors International is
4:46.
Pizza Hut, amazing four flavors when they want more. Pizza Hut, winning the trophy. We are cheerful, we team must score. Regular jerk and barbecue. Pizza Hut, amazing four for the football fan and you. We are champion, raise up the cup with Pizza Hut. Amazing four and we link up this football season. Make it a Pizza Hut Amazing Four. Available in regular, barbecue or jerk. 4 delicious flavors. 1 champion pizza. Order online, or for call and collect or delivery. Pizza Hut, feed good times.
There's nothing sweeter than coming home to your loved ones, but one bad decision on the roadway can change everything. It's not just about debts. Some never walk again. Some can't work. Families are left struggling to care for loved ones and pick up the pieces. Jamaica, let's slow down on the road. Your life means everything to the ones who love you. A message from the Island Traffic Authority.
A voice, a personality you love returns to Nationwide this August. Afternoons on air and online at Nationwide will never be the same.
Win with KFC, big league, join the league. Win a trip to Brazil, all you mean? Yeah. Big deal, meal deal, big match. Just buy KFC and win that. From now until July 20th, 2026, buy a big deal or meal deal for a chance to win a trip for 2 to Brazil. Courtesy of KFC. That's $500,000 cash from Best Dressed Chicken. 11 weekly winners score free KFC for a year. 65-inch TVs, smartphones, and more. Just WhatsApp your receipt to 876-784-7811 to enter and win big in the KFC Big League. Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries.
If you love the vibes, the laughs, and the real talk, then you're one of us. Don't just listen, belong. Join the Nationwide 90FM Family Club on Patreon.
Win with KFC, big league, join the league. Win a trip to Brazil, all you mean? Yeah. Big deal, meal deal, big match. Just buy KFC and win that. From now until July 20th, 2026, buy a big deal or meal deal for a chance to win a trip for 2 to Brazil. Courtesy of KFC. That's $500,000 cash from Best Dressed Chicken. 11 weekly winners score free KFC for a year. 65-inch TVs, smartphones, and more. Just WhatsApp your receipt to 876-784-7811 to enter and win big in the KFC Big League. Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries.
E-Zone is more than a show, it's a whole community. And the Family Club is where the real supporters get to step in closer. Join the Nationwide 90FM Family Club today on Patreon.
Pizza Hut, amazing four flavors when they want more. Pizza Hut, winning the trophy. We are cheerful, we team must score. Regular jerk and barbecue. Pizza Hut, amazing four for the football fan and you. We are champion, raise up the cup with Pizza Hut. Amazing four and we link up this football season. Make it a Pizza Hut Amazing Four. Available in regular, barbecue or jerk. 4 delicious flavors. 1 champion pizza. Order online, or for call and collect or delivery. Pizza Hut, feed good times.
Morning after morning, you've made Nationwide 90 FM part of your routine. So let's take this connection one step closer. Join the Nationwide 90 FM Family Club and be part of it officially on Patreon.
Family, amazing family.
Cape Verde against Argentina in Miami in just about 10 minutes' time. Cape Verde should be back home. They have no right to be here at the World Cup in the knockout stage. But you know what? They've earned it. They've worked hard to be here. And their reward? The biggest prize of them all, the defending champions, Argentina, with arguably the greatest football player of all time, Leo Messi, and his band of stars around him, the Paul, the McAllisters, the Lautaro Martinez, the Debos, the Medina, the Enzo Gonzalez, Fernandez. They're just class players. And on the opposite side of the field is Cape Verde Island, 10 islands, volcanic islands in the archipelago, and nobody knows any one of the players on it except for Vazinha. And he gained his notoriety simply because he was outstanding in that drawn game, the opening game for them in the World Cup against the European champions. And one of the favorites to win the title are Spain. Today they play Argentina in familiar condition in Miami, and we're hoping that they put up a good show. We're seeing on our monitor the Argentina team in the tunnel. They're getting ready to go onto the field along with the Cape Verde Islands. The stadium is packed to capacity. Why not? Leo Messi's in town in his home field. And Andrew, how will that play in? Leo playing on a field that he's, DePaul, very, very familiar with.
Well, home. The only place that is more home is Buenos Aires. But definitely the Hard Rock Cafe is rocking now. And based on the pictures that we're seeing before the game, the entire stadium is packed in a sea of blue and white. So they have all come out to support Lionel Messi and his cast. And I'm sure they're going to put on a party.
Valdin, you're looking at the faces of the Argentina players. They're stone cold and focused.
Yeah, they are. There's a job to be done. It might not be the biggest team in the world, but they must do what they must do. So they have to go out there and play and get the result.
All right, let us throw over to people who are closer to the action than we are. We're going to come back to you at halftime. It's amazing. It seems as if only Argentine fans got tickets to buy. It's a splash of blue and white right across the Miami Gardens Stadium, the home field of Leo Messi and his partner in crime, Rodrigo De Paul. Let's head over to Miami, and when we come back at halftime, we'll talk about it. A goal by that man, Leo Messi. He just keeps rewriting the history books. The first man to score 7 goals at 2 different World Cups. And of course, he's extended the all-time leading goal scorers numbers now. And he keeps people like Killian and Erling and the rest chasing him. Oh, very good, very, very good long ball to begin with from Lisandro Martinez, and the control by Leo Messi was just deft. The finish was even deadlier. It reminded me of something I saw last night from Cristiano Ronaldo when the ball came way over. He collected in one motion and then almost instantly put it in the back of the net. The difference is that Leo's counted, Cristiano's was offside, but 2 quality takes, and Argentina leading by a goal to nil. I suppose a big takeaway from the first half is the sort of competition that Cape Verde has provided them with. Not many people expected them to be so gutsy and dogged, but they have been. And despite the fact that Argentina is clearly the better team, the Cape Verde Islands, they're putting up a display, and it's representative of a team that has lost just 1 game in their last 19 appearances. Cape Verde Island, really, really good showing they're putting up. But Argentina, the class team of the two, without question. Do you agree with me, Valdin Legister?
Yes, Argentina is showing their class. Kudos to Cape Verde. They stuck to the task, they stuck to the game plan, and they were able to keep out Argentina until the 29th minute, when that beautiful pass from Martinez to the little magician, Lionel Messi, who professionally, should I say, he executed really, really well. It's something that is expected. We have come to expect from Lionel Messi, and today is no different.
Yeah, Andrew, it needed something special to break down the Cape Verde Island defense. Yeah, Argentina. There are times when Argentina slice through it, so it's not that it's impenetrable, but it took something special, and that pass from Lisandro Martinez was as probably good as the finish that Messi applied.
Definitely, and Lisandro Martinez is one of the best passing central defenders in the world. He has good range. He knows how to find his attackers, and that pass was sublime. Messi took it down with great technique, and the finish was a blom. I mean, when you can score with your instep after taking down a ball that has been passed 35 yards, and it's dead in front of you, and you have time to volley it with the instep of your foot, to show you the class of the player. But Cape Verde has been playing well. I mean, they have given as good as they have gotten. And to be quite honest, they're frustrated Argentina for long periods, even though they have more possession. They have 64% possession in response to Cape Verde's 36. Argentina had 3 shots on target. Cape Verde had none. And they're still in the game. What was very interesting for me is that the goal was scored after the hydration break.
Yes.
Not long after the hydration break. And it really takes momentums out of team. And if you're not experienced and understand that momentums can swing after the hydration break, Argentina took advantage of it, and they were kept napping. And Messi came up with the goal.
Yeah. You know, one of the things I've noticed with Cape Verde Island, not just only in this game, if they should exit the World Cup today, when they go back home, one of the things that they can't be faulted for is effort. These players have given effort in every single game of the World Cup. And that's what you ask of teams like Cape Verde, who have been given a chance clearly because of the extension of the World Cup. At 32 teams, they wouldn't be there. They got the chance and they came there, and they've really, really made a good showing.
And they're making use of it. And with every game, they have looked better and better. And credit must be given to them. They have taken the opportunity with both hands, and they're going out there and showing that they deserve to be there.
Yeah. And Valdane, one of the things that performances like these from teams like Cape Verde Island does, people believe that they're playing for themselves. When they put performances like these up, they give the impetus to FIFA to say, you know what, you did the right thing, and guess what happened? Maybe there are more teams out there if you could expand it a bit and give them the opportunity. So they don't just play for themselves. They play to advertise how good the football is in their neck of the woods.
There were some big critics when FIFA decided that they were going to increase from 32 to 48. And performances like these now will only serve to justify why FIFA would have made that decision. And I think it's important that we expand so people can get the platform like this to show their talent, and Cape Verde and the other African teams are giving a good show.
Yeah. We've got one more game to come before the end of business today, and that's Colombia against Ghana. And we'll be doing that one as well. We'll be bringing live coverage of that game. But at the moment, it's 1-0 in favor of Argentina over there in Miami, at Miami Gardens. Messi's home ground, just a little way down the road from where they are at the moment. But he's in Miami. And the commentator did say it, and he's correct. You believe it's in Buenos Aires they're playing in. The entire stadium. Did the Cape Verde people get any tickets? Did you see any splash of Cape Verde people in the stadium?
Just a splash.
There were a few.
So you couldn't even notice them. Yeah, but this is Messi. When Messi travels, when he came to play Cavalier in the stadium, you would have thought it was Argentina that was playing. He has this magnetism to his fans, and everywhere he goes, people want to see him. And it's the simplicity of the things that he does. He's great, probably the greatest ever to play the game. It's arguable some people like Diego Maradona, some people like Pele, some people like Leo Messi. But the fact is, he's right up there with the very best of them all, if not the best. But just the simplicity of how he carries out his task.
He's very humble, a very humble player. I remember early in the first half, a player tackled him and he got the free kick. And the player asked Messi if he could give him a hand to get up. Just showing the moderation that he has for the legend. Asked him to pick him up, and that just shows the idealism that a lot of people, even players on the field, carry for Messi.
Yeah, you have those kind of sportsmen, and it takes me back to 2012 in London at the Olympic Games. I was in the village the day when Usain arrived, because the team was training up in Birmingham, and when they arrived in London and came into the village, the village has stars from every country. When Usain stepped in those stars from those other countries
gravitated to him. Yes.
Same thing with Messi here.
Yes.
Same thing with Messi. Yes. So you have those once in a generation
star power
that come around. Yes, man. They're very, very, very magnetic. All right, so we're going to go for a break. We're up on about 6 o'clock now. We're going to go for a break, and when we come back, we chat a bit more before I head back over to Miami for Argentina versus Cape Verde.
Who wants something really nice, thanks and please. Burger King, new cheesy fries, cheese and peas. Who wants something really nice, thanks and please. BK, new cheesy fries, cheese and peas. Cheese and peas, man I like. I got me say, when me taste the new cheesy fries. Just 5 bills with creamy cheese sauce. Or load it up your way, you are the boss. Everybody sing this part. Hey. Who wants something really nice, thanks and please. BK, new cheesy fries, cheese and peas. Get the new cheesy fries, limited time only at Burger King.
Hey, turn up to 25. Turn up to 25. Could I drive out fresh in a MG ride with a staycation, all inclusive flex? Yeah. I touch a million cash. Yes. Smart TV, PS5, and home upgrade.
Turn up your winnings this summer with Digicel. Sign up or switch to postpaid or Digicel Plus. Buy a SIM. Top up with 5 bills or more. Buy a 7-day plan or higher. A smartphone deal or just pay your bill. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act. Promotion period June 24 to September 5, 2026. Visit DigicelJamaica.com for terms and conditions.
We all have people we check on. With Rely On from Hawkeye, they can check on you too. Get alerts from your loved ones, share your location, and connect instantly to Hawkeye's 24-hour emergency response service. Whether you're at home, working late, or on the road, help is always within reach with voice-activated panic alerts. Call 926-HAWK or visit us online today. Rely on Hawkeye, securing what matters most.
Who wants something really nice, thanks and please. Burger King, new cheesy fries, cheese and peas. Who wants something really nice, thanks and please. BK, new cheesy fries, cheese and peas. Cheese and peas, man I like. I got me say, when me taste the new cheesy fries. Just 5 bills with creamy cheese sauce. Or load it up your way, you are the boss. Everybody sing this part. Hey. Who wants something really nice, thanks and please. BK, new cheesy fries, cheese and peas.
Get the new cheesy fries, limited time only at Burger King.
A voice, a personality you love returns to Nationwide. this August. Afternoons, on air and online at Nationwide, will never be the same.
You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM's FIFA World Cup 2026 coverage. This broadcast is proudly brought to you by our FIFA World Cup sponsors, KFC, It's Finger Licking Good, Digicel, powered by you, connected by us, Urban Development Corporation, making development happen for you, Sagicor Group Jamaica, Wise Financial Thinking for Life, National Road Operating and Construction Company, developing tolled roads for national development, Barita, making money work for you, Anybet, your best bet, Hose Assembly and Supply Limited, equipping Jamaica for success. Burger King, have it your way. Nationwide 90 FM's World Cup coverage, bringing you every match, every goal, and every moment wherever you are.
Welcome back to our halftime show here on Nationwide 90 FM. We're watching Argentina against Verde, and they lead by 1-0, a goal by Lionel Messi, and giving the Argentines a 1-0 lead. They're on their way to the round of 16. As I say, on their way, they're not yet there because they're 45 minutes to go. And if one thing that this round of 16 so far, since it started on Monday, has shown us is not to take anything for granted. So yes, Argentina started favorites, the good value for their lead, and perhaps will go on to win the game. But Cape Verde Island, they've produced some performances so far at this World Cup that has given us the assurance that they'll continue to fight. Where the fight takes them, nobody knows. So it's still 1-0. We're waiting on the players to re-emerge from their dressing rooms. In fact, in the break, we were talking about Lionel Messi and his humility and how he's the biggest star in the biggest sport in the world, yet he remains humble. And we drew the parallel with LeBron James about their no-drama sort of, journey in sport. They've got reasons where there could be braggadocio. They have millions of dollars, in some cases billions of dollars, and they keep humble and respect their families. And sometimes we see they perform the way they do in these sporting arenas. It's not just one thing, it's also about being very happy at home. If you're happy off the court or off the field, you tend to produce good performances. So we're heading back to not Buenos Aires, we're heading back to Miami. I could be forgiven, or even Rosario, where Leo Messi was born. So the Argentina players are heading back out, from the young to the youngest, and the oldest are wearing blue and white. It's either a light shade of blue or a dark shade of blue, but it's representative of the Argentina football team color. We're seeing a shot overhead of the players into the far stand, and goodness, man, blue and white all around. You wonder if Cape Verde got any tickets. One of the things, gentlemen, and I'm just being a little bit pernickety here, when the World Cup is played in the USA finds some way not to move too far away from what they do. The players coming from behind the goal, it's not what we used to in football, It's a tunnel, comes straight down the middle. They come from behind the goal, and every time you see it, it reminds you of an NFL entrance, a Super Bowl.
Most of the stadiums there are originally NFL stadiums. So.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. And the San Diego Chargers were complaining the other day. Their field has been used as a football field, and it has grass on it. And they say for years they've been asking, could you get some grass? And all they put on was artificial surface on it. And they say, it actually can have grass. Well, when the season starts, we
want grass.
We don't know. All right, let's head back over to Miami. It's Argentina leading Cape Verde by 1-0 in the penultimate round of 32 game. Later on, Colombia-Ghana will bring the round of 32 to its conclusion. We're going to head back now to Miami for the start of half number 2, and we'll see you again at the end of the game.
Forward off the boot.
if there can be a glorious ending in defeat, that was it. That was an apt description by the commentator. What a show. What a performance from the Cape Verde. Argentina won tonight and are through to the round of 16 to face Egypt. That is not the story. The story is about the team that lost tonight. What a show from Cape Verde. If they went through the roof when they drew goalless with Spain in their opening game of the World Cup, the entire football world will stand and salute them tonight, even in defeat. This is a story like no other. Cameroon came in 1990 and beat Argentina with a goal from Benjamin Massey in the opening game, and it sent shockwaves around the world. This is right up there, even in defeat, for the Cape Verde Island. Gentlemen, Andrew and Valdin Legislature, tell me that you agree with me, Andrew.
Most definitely. This is one for the ages. And I keep telling people that the gap is closing rapidly. And Cape Verde showed tonight that teams can come into this World Cup unheralded and play and give big teams, traditional teams, a rough night. And did Argentina have a rough night? They fought tooth and nail to get a result out of this game. Came from behind twice and ended up on the losing end. But there's no shame in the game. They made their entire country and Africa proud.
A big night for Cape Verde football. A big night for so-called minnows and small teams in world football. They have somebody carrying their banner. They're no longer small teams in this world. Any other team apart from Argentina tonight would have sunk. Probably.
Cape Verde came in the World Cup as an unknown footballing nation. They are leaving the World Cup with all eyes on them. They have a lot to be proud of. They did a valiant performance, and they can leave this World Cup with their head held high. Congratulations.
The Cape, they saw, and they almost conquer. Almost. They were in the game right throughout the game. In regular 90 minutes and the 30 added minutes for extra time. The 30 minutes for extra time. And they were still a whisker away from taking the game all the way. What a performance. What a performance. Leo Messi scored tonight and extended the all-time leading goal scorer's record. He also scored tonight and became the first player to score 7 goals in different World Cups. He's beginning to own all the records in football. Tonight, 2 or 3 of them were added to his resume. But then we leave this desk tonight here in the studio and wherever you are around the world, talking about the Cape Verde Island and archipelago. 10 islands in the center of the Central Atlantic Ocean. They came to the United States and produced big performances after big performances. They saved their best for the last because, as Andrew and Valdin and I were saying, one of the things that we gave them credit for coming into the game was that even if they're defeated, they give effort. They put everything into the game. And this was the first defeat at the World Cup in 2026. Hopefully for them, Andrew and Valdin, this is not the last we're seeing of them.
Definitely. This is a platform for them to work on, for them to continue to develop. I guess their next big opportunity will be the African Nations Cup. And then they'll continue in the same vein. They have really put in some good work. And it's, as I said, a great foundation laying so that they can continue to do the wonderful work that they have done.
And Valdin, they would have earned $12.5 million US by just being at the World Cup. And the fact that they progressed to the next round, they got another additional $10 million. So they would leave with $22.5 million. Now, for a country of 500,000 people, they don't have the domestic league. That's good money to start the domestic league, one, and to start developing at different age groups to make sure that what we saw here tonight, we'll see more of it when they come back to the World Cup.
Well, definitely they will leave the World Cup with some money in the bank. This is a wonderful platform. They have laid a foundation, and the only direction they can go is up. Strong foundation, build on this, and we should be seeing them in future World Cups.
Oh, and by the way, there's a winner of the game tonight. Argentina won the game by 3-2.
Believe it or not.
Lest you forget, somebody won the game tonight. Argentina did. The defending world champions, they did. And they're heading off to play in Atlanta in 5 days' time. They take on Egypt, who defeated... who Egypt beat today? Australia. By 2-1. And so we have one more game to go. That's coming up in about 39 or so minutes, another 40 minutes or so. It will be Colombia against Ghana, and that will complete the round of 32. Tomorrow, when you see us again, it will be Canada versus Morocco. That one should be really, really good. It starts at midday, so we'll be back here at 11:30 in the morning to build up to that one. And then later on in the afternoon, about 4 o'clock thereabout, it will be France against Paraguay. Only 2 games on the cast for tomorrow. But what a night. What a night. And the night is not yet done, because I do believe that Colombia and Ghana are going to treat us to one sumptuous game tonight. And we look forward to that one. We also look forward to tomorrow, and we look forward to the rest of the World Cup. Valdine and Andrew, thank you so much as usual for being here with us tonight. We'll see you both again on Sunday when Brazil will be in action. Who knows? You know, we've seen so much at this World Cup. We're stop predicting. We're just going to watch the games and then deal with the outcome. Have a good night, folks. Well, not quite, because you're going to take a break now, get a drink, and refresh yourselves, and then get yourself back here for the final game of the night. Colombia against Ghana. It starts at 8:30. See you then.
Nationwide 90 FM has just presented action from the 2026 FIFA World Cup Finals.
Brought to you by our platinum sponsors, KFC, it's finger licking good. Gold sponsors, Digicel. Powered by you, connected by us. Urban Development Corporation, making development happen for you. Sagicor Group Jamaica, wise financial thinking for life. National Road Operating and Construction Company, developing tolled roads for national development. Barita, making money work for you. Our silver sponsor, Anybet, and our bronze sponsors, Hose Assembly and Supply Limited, equipping Jamaica for success. Burger King, have it your way.
Same time I hear all the fans them go. Game time now 'cause the referee blow. Excitement.
When life brings dreams both big and small, you need a place that welcomes all, a helping hand.